again to 8620. Just want to go over the basics of the whiteboard software that are on all 7 of the Sharp touchscreens. First thing I do is open Sankore, and that's always a place that I'm going to begin most of my lessons with because it offers me a whole set of features. The first being not only the whiteboard software that comes up, but if I hit Show Desktop for any applications, I now have a set of tools. So for example, if I was on the web page, the tools I have right here all work. Unlike Smartboard, which only works in the software, the notebook software, and we do have smart notebook software on all of our computers. The Open Sankore I find better for instructions or for demonstrations, presentations in class for staff and students. Just because of this, I can overlay these tools onto anything. But when I'm using it for just basic whiteboard software, I can choose a different background. I might use it for graphing if I'm going to show something that's space and dimension matter. I have tools at the bottom and tools at the top. For example, I don't have to hit the pen here to write. It knows that if I hit a color here and a width that I want to write. And the pen makes a huge difference for your ability to write. Take it out of the bag and get used to it. It is a little fat in your hand and it feels a little funny at first, but the wrist flexibility you have makes it much easier for fine motor coordination. And so we have pencil, we have eraser, we can highlight. I mean, the basics, we make mistakes and we just erase them. But we have as many pages as we want. If I add a page, I can now move between these pages when I'm here. And so as I get students to work on pieces, if they just add pages as they're writing notes or doing a T-chart or making a diagram, something that they're wishing to put out there, they can just add page, add page, add page as they go. You can clear and erase the whole page if you really want to get rid of it with a one stroke, or you can use the tools and erasers when you're working. What I really like about it is when I'm setting something up in terms of a presentation and I want to write shape of the day or the notes or housekeeping pieces that I want to do, I just add them further along and then set the screen up as a white screen here, and I've got my notes, questions for discussion, things I want to work on later on set up on the board, hidden behind on the other pages. One of the other features I found myself using more often these days is screen captures. Oh, sorry about that, a little slow. Choosing the right tool. Do I want to, I then can capture any piece from an email, any piece from the web, any document that I'm using anywhere on the screen. I can just do a quick and easy piece with it and now have it available to use in my presentation. So sometimes I'll come and grab images, set up pieces well before the class, but just quickly put them on an Open Sankore and say, oh, it looks like this. And now I have my tools, again, over top for me to write on. I can also use text. I use the text button here, and it will give me a text box. Take out one of my keyboards from the bag so that I have a lot of text that I want to add, or a group wants to move quickly in discussion and they want to put notes on, or students want to put notes onto the whiteboard as they go. They just make themselves a text box, turn on the keyboard, and the keyboard works from a range of about 2 or 3 meters away from the screen, so someone can actually work while somebody else writes and moves on the screen. But the Open Sankore is most effective, I believe, just because I can open these tools and use them on any other document that I import. Now, if I do a lot of work, I have the option of saving it at the end, and I can just email it to myself or post it on Canvas, and that's as simple as going to Documents, and I'm going to show you the only glitch that I find with this software. I get to here, and I'm going to go Export to PDF, and I'm going to get stuck for some odd unknown reason because my keyboard is not going to work. And so I cannot type into here. I want to, but it's not going to let me. And the workaround for that is a simple one. I'll go back and show you the workaround. When I need to save something, I need to access a second keyboard. And this keyboard is one that, and don't worry that it doesn't come up quickly. It takes a second for the keyboard to come up. This is a good keyboard for Power Apple users because you have the control commands. It's not my favorite in terms of clarity and reading it compared to the Sankore keyboard, but the bonus is I've got the control commands and the shortcuts that I need, and it helps me through this process where I need 2 keyboards to save my work. So now I will then just hit the page that I want, export to PDF. Now I have my test in front of me. I'm going to save it to the desktop, and I think I'll call it test, not T. And save. And we see now there's what I want right now for my test PDF. It's available for me to email with SFU Connect or post directly to Canvas by using my browser. Thank you.